Snow-capped vistas, blue skies that stretch endlessly, mountain peaks that rise like sentinels, ascending into the heavens. The American West, one of the most majestic places on Earth. Its beauty and wide-open spaces carry an almost mythic allure in American culture. For the countless people who have flocked to it, the West represents possibility. But for all of its splendor, the West has always been a hard place. That was true in the Old West as pioneers and settlers trekked hundreds of miles to forge their own communities, and as mining camps sprung up around the region, promising riches to anyone brave or desperate enough to tunnel into the earth. And it remains true today. While the West has grown and changed in countless ways since those rough and tumble days, many people here are still making their livings in jobs with significant hazards. The West is home to many prominent industries, such as mining, agriculture, and construction, that carry elevated risks of occupational injuries and death. In fact, the Mountain West has the country's highest rates of both fatal and non-fatal workplace injuries, including a fatality rate that is 30% higher than the US average. Several Western states, meanwhile, have among the highest rates of work-related diseases such as silicosis and coal workers' pneumoconiosis. Addressing these problems is the province of the region's occupational and environmental health and safety professionals. Two of the country's 18 NIOSH-funded centers dedicated to occupational safety and health training and research, the Rocky Mountain Center for Occupational and Environmental Health in Utah, and the Mountains and Plains ERC in Colorado, are located in the region. Together, they have produced hundreds of graduates from their degree programs and provided continuing education to thousands of professionals throughout the Western states.
I think it's an area where you can make a really large impact and a sustainable impact. I just like having the backs of workers because, you don't go to work thinking about your health.
But the challenge of protecting workers in the West remains a tall task. For all the progress in recent decades, there are fewer occupational and environmental health and safety professionals in the region than elsewhere in the U.S. Most glaringly, there is a relative shortfall of certified professional ergonomists, occupational medicine physicians, and occupational health nurses. These shortages coincide with ongoing population growth in the West that is exacerbating the demand for occupational health and safety expertise. Fortunately, the Rocky Mountain Center for Occupational and Environmental Health and others remain committed to the fight and to ensuring workers return home happy and healthy at the end of each day. While the problems are complex and difficult, there is plenty of reason for optimism. In Utah, for instance, lawmakers recently pledged $2.8 million in annual ongoing funding to support the effort, a significant outlay that will lead to improvements throughout the region.
Even though occupational health and safety has been around for decades, there's still a lot of ability to discover new things, to improve processes, and to make workers healthier and safer. People want to work. They want to be healthy and safe while they work and while they earn their money.
The West is a place unlike any other. It conjures in Americans a sense of freedom and of prosperity. The idea that success is awaiting anyone willing to roll up their sleeves and work for it. That tenacity and hard-driving spirit is what continues to fuel the region. It's also what's fueling the occupational and environmental health and safety professionals who envision a future in which workers in the West are safer and healthier than ever before.